Okay. In order to detain somebody, what do you have to have legally? Do you know?
I do not know the law legally.
Okay.
Supposed to go for the purpose.
Get out of the car!
There's no reason to.
Get out of the car! It's a lawful order! Get out!
That's not a lawful order. It is. What did I do that was wrong? You're intoxicated. For what?
Get out of the car! Now!
You're intoxicated. Okay, but you're playing all these games.
I'm not giving you any ID.
If you don't, you'll go to jail.
I'm not giving you any ID. I can show him. Can I reach? I got my ID. This is my ID.
You want to play that game?
I'm not showing you anything else. At this point, I'm invoking my right to remain silent. I'm invoking my right to have my attorney present for questions. I'm not answering questions. I'm not giving you ID.
Cops are supposed to know the law through and through, so that they can uphold it and prevent anyone from breaking it. But what happens when these cops try to arrest citizens without knowing the law? You're about to find out. Here are 4 cases where idiot cops got caught not knowing the law. First off, we have police officers, Sergeant Jennifer Larson and Lieutenant Donald Milazzo, who are about to get caught in the act. It turns out that these cops who have been on the job for over 20 years don't have the slightest clue about the law, or even, in fact, how to enforce it. This is Amanda Jane Bergquist, known for her YouTube channel, Pink Camera Magic. She was minding her own business and filming the perimeter of a courthouse while doing nothing ostensibly out of the ordinary. She was found and detained by 2 police officers, Sergeant Jennifer Larson and Lieutenant Donald Milazzo. When she inquired as to why she was being forcibly detained and why she was coerced into deleting the video, they suggested that it was merely based on a hunch.
That includes my camera as far as consent.
It's already done.
It's related to the 4th Amendment.
Why do we always get the crazies?
I don't know.
Courtroom 209 to courtroom 102. Go for 102. Mayor, can you check and see if Officer 132 is there?
Milazzo, Larson.
Over here.
All right, all we're asking is for
Do you have an
so
ID?
we can find out who you
I
are.
don't
One,
consent
three,
searches
two.
and I'm remaining silent. So, that's it. I was taking pictures outside and that's it.
That officer's en route.
We're taking pictures of a secure building.
Yep.
He doesn't need to come up. The
In public.
prosecutor just wanted me to check on it.
Okay.
He's already en route. 10-4, thanks, ma'am.
Did you delete my footage?
You want to cooperate or not?
Remaining silent.
It is only making it worse. Do you want to give us an
Remaining
ID?
silent. Remaining silent. Don't consent to searches.
We're not asking for an ID. What the fuck is going on today?
I don't know.
Every crazy loon in the building is coming. All we're asking for is an ID.
We're asking for an
If you
ID.
We'll do a report. You can go on your way with your camera. Otherwise, I'm going to confiscate the camera and we're going to take it downstairs
what
and
crime?
print you. Because you're suspicious.
Remaining silent.
This is going to be your last chance. We're going to take you downstairs, then you will be arrested. We will fingerprint you, and we will run you.
Is this what you want?
Remaining silent.
Spanish to 204. Anybody sees the interpreter? Spanish to 204.
All right.
You'll go to bond court at 1:30, and then the judge will decide what he will do for you recording at a courthouse. So you may or may
Outside.
not go home tonight.
I'm remaining
They
silent.
take it not so lightly. It can either be an incident report, or you're going to go to bond court. I mean, that's going to be up to you. I mean, so you're
So I have
making
to
it for
identify
you.
myself or I'm going to go to bond court?
Yes, I mean, the
Remaining
lieutenant
silent.
is going to charge you. So, I mean, you're just making it worse. He's given you the chance to have it be an incident report versus...
I'll see what my lawyer
You-
says.
Do you want to
See what my
call your
says.
lawyer?
Yep. many cameras in here?
You're on camera right now.
Where?
I'm literally
Oh, good.
recording you.
Okay, good.
Yes.
The judge.
Okay.
He's going to hold her in contempt for, I think right now he's doing 90 days.
Okay.
So, is that okay with you?
Remain silent.
Okay, but you realize you're going to go to Cook County Jail for 90 days.
Remain silent.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you have an option. All you have to do is show us an ID so that we can do a report, and we'll let you go on your way.
I have an option?
We told you that before.
Because right now you're just obstructing.
I'm in the elevator right now.
Obstructing what?
You're obstructing us from doing our job.
Remain silent.
All right, cuff her. Let's get her purse.
Ken.
Get her stuff.
I don't consent to searches.
No, we don't care anymore. Okay.
Give me your purse. Well,
Cuff her
run
right
it through.
now. Have her sit right there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
No property at all.
Here, I'll help you. Uh-huh.
After the illegal detainment, Sergeant Jennifer Larson was interrogated about the incident. Shockingly, she knew very little about why Bergquist was being detained, and even less about what the law says.
Okay, and in a nutshell, what's the case about?
I would say that Amanda Bergquist is, I guess I called you to say that she was outside videoing when she shouldn't have been. So she's saying we violated her amendment rights.
You're correct. When you say when she shouldn't have been, what does that mean? Was she doing something wrong?
Just something unusual, what us as officers would consider unusual.
Unusual, okay. Depending on where you are in the country, Mormons are unusual, right? Depending on where you are, it might be unusual to see a Mormon. Do you get to detain Mormons in those places?
I don't know. People detain Mormons. I don't know if they detain Mormons.
Would it be lawful? Just because it's unusual? Okay. Is there something unlawful about recording outside of a building?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Let me ask you this. Was Miss Bergquist doing anything illegal when she was detained?
No, I would say it was not illegal, unusual.
Okay. In order to detain somebody, what do you have to have legally? Do you know?
I do not know the law legally.
The case involving Bergquist and Cook County was eventually resolved in 2022 with a settlement of $15,000. However, it has recently gained significant attention on platforms like Twitch and TikTok. In depositions conducted in the past few months, Cook County Lieutenant Donald Milazzo and Sergeant Jennifer Larson were extensively questioned by Bergquist's attorney. They justified her arrest by labeling her as suspicious, despite the absence of any laws prohibiting her from recording outside the courthouse. Both officers argued that her failure to provide identification and recording the premises made them feel unsafe. In short, they arrested Amanda and violated her First Amendment rights based on her vibe. Talk about throwing the law out of the window. The officer in question was called to the scene by the store owner, claiming that he was a homeless man asking people for money and that he was disturbing his customers and potentially hurting his business. The officer accosted the man, who we only know as Jeff, as he makes it abundantly clear that he knows what his rights are and refuses to give up the sidewalk.
Customers for money and stuff like that.
Well, God bless them on this one.
Okay, well, they don't want you up front of the business.
I don't want you up in front of the business.
Okay, well, that's not how this is
So you
going
can
to
go get in your car and leave.
No.
I'll give you 5 seconds. I'll give you 5. And that's it.
They just don't want you up here anymore.
I don't care. They don't have the authority to tell me not to be here.
They said you're asking for money and stuff like that.
That's what they said. It's hearsay.
Huh?
It's hearsay. I say I'm not asking for money.
Okay, well, they said you're up front. So can you just go somewhere else?
No.
Why?
Because I'm not one to. If I put it in my heart to stand right here, I'm staying right here.
Okay, but they don't want you blocking the sidewalk and stuff.
I'm not blocking the sidewalk.
Okay, do you have your ID on you?
I don't have any ID on me. No.
Okay.
And if I did, I wouldn't give it to you anyway.
Alright, well, you need to just move along there. That's all they want you to do.
Nope, not happening.
Why?
Because I'm just saying God bless someone's vets.
Okay, yeah, and you have the right to do that.
Yeah.
They just don't want you in front of their business. I mean, is there a reason why you're up here?
God put it in my heart to be here.
So is there a reason why you're in front of this business?
Yeah. God put it in my heart to stand right here and say God bless someone's vets.
Well, is there a reason why you're in front of this business?
Not particularly this business. I'm just on the public sidewalk.
Okay, and you're not asking for money?
I am not asking.
I don't. Okay, your sign doesn't say it, so I don't know. I mean, have you asked anybody for money?
I mean, I'll tell you, my name is Jeff. What's your name?
Officer Galt.
Officer what?
Galt.
Galt?
Yeah,
G-A-U-L-T?
G-A-O-T. And you haven't asked for money or anything like that?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay. Can I just see the back of your sign? Alright. Can I just get your first and last name real quick?
My first name is Jeff. No, I'm not answering any questions.
Why not?
I'm not answering any questions.
I mean, you're making this more complicated than it has to be.
No, I'm standing here on the sidewalk saying God bless someone's veterans.
I know, but you causing... Are you talking to any of these customers?
Yeah, I'm saying God bless someone's veterans.
Okay, well, if they don't want you talking, then you just can't keep saying the same thing over and over again, causing this problem with them.
Alright, well, have a nice night.
Okay, well, they just want you to move along, so can you go ahead and move along for me?
No, sir. I'm just going to stay right here. God put it in my heart to be here. I didn't know you guys had body cams.
Yes. Every agency has a body camera, so.
And that's recording it.
Lincoln.
Red light? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just going to stay here, say God bless all these veterans. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not causing anybody any trouble. I'm just saying God bless all these veterans.
Okay.
If he doesn't like it, I'm on the public sidewalk. He doesn't have any authority over me.
Okay, well, you can't be asking me for money, so. I'm not saying you were, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying that's what they told us.
Even if I was asking people for money, it's still not doing it.
Okay, well, that's technically against the city ordinance.
City ordinance is unconstitutional.
Okay, yeah, that's the same thing, so.
Alright, well, have a good night.
Well, I'm not done with you, so.
Change my mind about that. I will show you.
Okay.
Here's my eye and let night.
Well, can you just move along for me? That's all they want you to do.
I'm not moving along. God put it in my heart to stand here and say this, and this is where I'm going to stand.
Okay. Well, they don't want you in front of their business. You were on their sidewalk?
I've been.
No, with the
Look, I'm not answering any further questions. I've never been on their property or anything.
Yeah, he said you were on the property. On the property.
I was not on their property.
So the business owner wouldn't lie about that.
He wouldn't lie about it, but he might be incorrect or misinformed about where his property line begins and ends. Okay, so it's my word against his. It's just hearsay. I've been standing right here the whole time, saying God bless someone's veterans. Okay.
They really just want you to move along.
I'll move along when I get finished doing what I'm doing.
How long is that going to be?
As long as I need it to be.
I mean, I'm just asking. How long do you feel like you need to be up here for?
Like I said, God put it in my heart to do this. I'm just going to stand out here. I'm getting a lot of traffic walking up and down the sidewalk. It was before you got here, but I'm just going to stand here and say God bless all his friends.
Okay.
By this point, Officer Galt had interviewed the bar owner as well and had come to the conclusion that Jeff was indeed a public nuisance, and his attempts to drive him away became increasingly more hostile. To that end, another officer by the name of Officer Beatty was also called to the scene in an attempt to drive the supposed homeless man away from the business. Jeff's refusal to comply with his identification began to put the officers on edge, and eventually his non-compliance, had led to him agitating police enough to warrant an arrest.
You were asking for money. Okay. So they have every right to have you move along. And since we're here, because they called for you, we have to identify you.
I'm not giving you any ID.
If you don't, we'll go to jail.
I'm not giving you any ID. I got showed him. Can I reach back at my ID? This is my ID.
You want to play that game?
I'm not showing you anything else. At this point, I'm invoking my right to remain silent. I'm invoking my right to have my attorney present during questions. I'm not answering questions. I'm not giving you an ID.
Okay. I'm just making sure that you understand that your attorney has nothing to do with us. Your attorney has to do with court. That's not us. And because we're here for you, we have the right during an investigation to identify you.
I'm not identifying myself.
So you're gonna end up
All
going
right.
to jail.
I told him my name is Joe, and that's all I'm giving you.
Hey, no, if you want to give us your information, then that's fine. But we still have to.
Am I being
identify.
detained at this point?
Yes.
For what?
For the identification of you, which is an investigation that they started.
Okay, I'm not giving any identification. I'd like to remain silent.
Okay. At this point, you're being detained. Okay. So, what's this? Do you have anything in your pockets at all? Poke, stab, or anything?
Since you're asking me if I have anything in my pockets, I am armed lawfully.
Okay.
Concealed carry permit.
Okay. Where's it at?
Here's my hands. It's in my pocket.
In your front pocket?
Yeah. Here's my
Okay.
hands.
Perfect.
Matter of fact, why don't you guys just put me in cuffs? I don't want any.
Yeah. I don't want. Good.
Yes.
I have to double cuff me?
Yes, sir. I gotta get your cuffs.
So you guys are not going to do this?
Listen, we're not. I just came to tell you what is supposed to happen. What will happen. You are allowed your attorney. Your attorney is important. That's the all we want to do is identify you so that
I don't consider it a search you or something.
what you're right now. I'm making sure you have no knives on you. And then when they write a statement saying that you were breaking the law, what's this? Is that a knife or no?
After Jeff's arrest, Officer Beatty reported the incidents to his Sergeant Kirkland. He informed his superior that he had arrested a man on the suspicion of panhandling, only to realize that panhandling was not against city ordinance, nor was it against state statute. The TO cops in the video had absolutely no idea how to consist an investigation, had no knowledge of the law, and much like the previous cases, had developed credibility for the man's arrest simply on the basis that they didn't like him. Jeff's complete identity was never disclosed, but he was released shortly after the incident. There is nothing more scary to a cop than a citizen who knows his rights. Espinoza was in his vehicle, following his son, who was in another vehicle, as they were on their way to a mechanic. Espinoza's son, Nathaniel, was stopped by Deputy Mikhail Noel for allegedly driving too closely to the patrol vehicle, even though he was tagging at least 30 feet behind him. While this shouldn't have been a cause for concern, it led to a heated conversation between the two. This prompted Espinoza to also pull his vehicle over behind the deputy, but not directly behind him. The odor officer in the video, Lieutenant Henry Trujillo, quickly expressed concern about Espinoza waiting for his son's traffic stop.
Do you need to be behind this traffic stop?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
My son right there, he was following me to
Okay, he's on a traffic stop, though. You don't need to be behind it.
You gotta be mean.
Oh, I'm not being mean. We just don't like when people pull in behind us.
I don't like them to pull my son over.
That's what we get paid to do, to pull people over.
You don't get paid to be a
Well, you don't either.
The body camera footage clearly shows that Espinoza had positioned in his vehicle at a reasonable distance from the traffic stop, a perfectly legal action. Furthermore, U.S. citizens retain the right to document and witness traffic stops and other law enforcement actions, provided they do not disrupt the proceedings, in which case Espinoza wasn't. The situation escalated when Noel joined his fellow deputy and instructed Espinoza to leave on 2 occasions. As Espinoza begins to drive away, Noel had a change of heart and yells for him to stop. He seizes the truck's door handle while yelling, drawing his firearm and pointing it at Espinoza, vehemently demanding that he get out of the car. Rather than exiting the vehicle, Espinoza cautiously parallel parks the truck next to Trujillo's patrol car. Noel keeps his gun trained on Espinoza, while Trujillo retrieves his taser. Subsequently, the footage reveals Trujillo forcibly grabbing Espinoza's arm and twisting it backwards while he remains inside the truck.
I'm recording too. I asked you a simple question. If you have attitude, that's your problem. Okay?
On my door.
Yeah, you saw me and you rolled your window up when I came. Hold on a second, okay?
No.
You rolled your window up when I walked up,
don't
okay?
care.
So I knocked on your window, okay? You are not a cop. You don't need to be behind me, okay? So you need to leave right now.
I don't need to do anything.
You
I'm
got
on a
5
public
seconds
street.
to leave, okay? There's no reason for you to be behind this traffic stop. No reason,
I'm on
okay?
a public street.
No reason, okay?
It's not a public
No
street.
reason.
Do I not pay
Okay,
taxes?
do you always stop behind cops when they pull people over?
I ain't stopped right behind it.
Okay, you don't need to be here. You don't need to be here, okay? You need to go.
No, I
Okay?
don't. I'm waiting on my son.
All right,
He's
fine.
gonna ride back.
That's the part.
You can stay. Hey, stop. Stop. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. What are you gonna do? You gonna SD5, give me the radio. Get out the car. 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 Stop it now. Get out the car. Get out. Get out the Get out the car. The car. Do you see this?
Get out of the car.
Do you see this? Are you recording? Yes.
Yeah, we're recording it.
Yeah.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
I ain't doing anything.
Okay. Now you're on a traffic stop and you're trying to drive away?
Call out the car. Call state patrol.
Patrol has nothing to do with anything. Okay, they don't have jurisdiction over us. Get out of the car
Hold your
now.
horses.
No.
I got my truck.
I don't give a Put it in park.
I just did, pal.
Don't pull away from me.
I'm not.
You're gonna get lit up.
I'm not.
Okay, you're gonna get lit up.
Breaking my arm, man. Hold on, I'm gonna get out. Get out the car. I'm complying with you. Can you hold on? Man, I'm trying.
Get back over there now.
I'm trying. You just stay there and record. Then you guys
Get out.
Hold on.
Now.
I'm getting out. I'm not.
You're under arrest.
I'm not.
Get out. Turn around and face the truck. You're under arrest.
Get out. Okay, guys.
Put your hands behind your back.
Settle down.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. I'm going. Put your hands.
Soon after getting him in the police car, Trujillo asks for Espinosa's ID and then forcefully removes him from the car, dragging him down on the icy road. Lieutenant Trujillo, do you have your wallet on you? Don't do that, man. I'm going to get you out. I'm going to pat you down. Get out.
Now get out.
I got my wallet.
Get out now. Get out of the now.
Get out the car.
Okay. This is how it's going to work. Okay? You're going to do what you're told to do, and that's it.
Stand up.
Get up. Up against the car. Spread your feet.
Come on, guys. Stop. Come on, man. I got his wallet. This is ridiculous.
Well, quit acting like an idiot.
I mean, acting like nothing. I got a piece of my head. You guys shot me right in the goddamn face. That's fine. Go ahead and roll meds all that.
Quit grabbing my arm.
I'm not doing
Knock it off.
guys.
Lean up against the car.
Jesus Christ.
Spread your feet apart.
I can't.
Spread them.
241 and spread me nice, fellas. I'm not doing this. Jesus, I thought you guys were good, man.
In all, Espinosa and his son were stunned by tasers a total of 35 times. The two police officers were fired, and any legal action that Espinosa might have taken against them remains undisclosed. Justin Glaspie arrest. This is the case of Justin Allen Glaspie, a Department of Health Services worker who was pulled over in a Walmart parking lot. Ada Police Department had received a call that a drunk driver was in the vicinity of the parking lot, and the description of the vehicle that was given just so happened to be the same one that Glaspie owned. When he was detained by the police, he resisted their attempts and demanded to know what his rights were being violated for. The police, in their passive-aggressive haze, didn't notice that he wasn't actually intoxicated. The situation was not profoundly volatile, but the two police officers, Sergeant Jussely Canada and Officer Chad Reed, began to tase and treat Glaspie until he submitted officers, then wrestled Glaspie to the ground.
Get out of the car! You got your baton on you? You got your baton on you?
No, I do not.
I'll bust it. Open the door, I'm gonna bust your window. Open the door, I'm gonna bust your window. Get out of the car, you're gonna get tased. I'm tasing you. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Tell me the issue.
Get out of the car.
Bro.
Get out of the car.
Why?
Because
I'm about to tase you. I'm tasing you if you don't get out of the car. That's the last time I'm telling you.
You're not telling.
Get out of the car.
You're still not telling the reason why.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Just tell me the reason why. Look, I'm telling you. That's not a lawful order.
It is a lawful order.
You're any of that. I didn't do anything that stopped or any of that.
He doesn't get out. Justin, if you don't get out of the car, you're gonna get pepper ball.
You don't even know who I am.
Are you? Yes, you. Yes, we do.
Who am I?
Get out of the car.
Who am I?
Central, if you do have a deputy, go ahead and send them our way with pepper ball.
Okay. I mean, I've already dealt with the pepper ball.
Yep, get out of the car.
Stun shield. I'm not that guy.
Get out of the car.
I work for child welfare.
We don't care. Get out of the car.
You don't care.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
You didn't open my door with permission. I'm not
Chad,
that guy.
give it just a second. We'll get a pepper ball over here. Pepper ball him and get out.
Okay.
Let go of me.
You got
And
pepper
I'll
spray?
call Jason
You got pepper
Mosley.
spray?
I'll call Jason Mosley. I'll play these games.
Get out of the car.
There's no reason to.
Get out of the car. It's a lawful order. Get out.
That's not a lawful order.
It is.
What did I do that was wrong?
You're intoxicated.
For what?
Get out of the car. Now.
You're intoxicated.
Okay, but you're playing all these games.
I'm not. Get out of the car.
Just talk to me.
Get out of the car.
Deal with
Get out
the
of the car.
issue. Why
Get
are
out
you
of the
hitting
car.
me? Just
Because
talk
I've told
to
you
me.
numerous times to get out of the car.
Just talk to me.
Just step back. We'll pepper ball him whenever it comes to it.
Okay, and I'll call Jason.
He's coming. Oh, he's on his way.
Okay, good.
Get out of the car.
There's no reason to.
Get out of the car. You're intoxicated. Get out of the car. I can smell it coming from your breath. Get out of the car.
Okay.
And that's assault on a police officer.
How
you
is
just
that
threw that at
assault
me.
on a police?
Because you just threw that at me.
Because I'm getting assaulted.
Get out of the car.
Because you disobeyed a lawful order.
There's no reason.
You got a pepper ball?
Yeah. Get out of the car.
Okay. But you're trying to assault me.
Put your hands on the car. Get out. Go ahead.
Now, unlock it. Take your seatbelt off. Get out of the car now. Don't reach for anything. Just get out.
Get out.
There's no
3,
reason to
2,
be like this.
Get back.
Get out.
Get out of the car.
Turn around.
Get out.
Put your hands behind your back.
Bro, just stop. I'm not that guy.
Get on the ground now.
On the ground.
On the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Do it now. Hands behind your back. Do it now.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your
Hands
back.
behind your back. Do it now.
I'm a child welfare specialist.
I don't care what you are. Hands behind your back.
Get behind your back or you're
Drive,
going to
son.
get
Drive,
tased.
son.
Okay.
Get your hand. You have a baton?
No.
I'll pull I'll try it out.
Get your hands behind your back now.
You want to assault me?
Once on the ground, it appeared Glaspie tucked his hands underneath his body. He is submitted with 3 officers pinning him to the ground, one of which also punches Glaspie a few times to ensure his compliance.
Your stomach then.
All right. Tell Jason Duncan.
Oh, you're getting felony charges. So.
Good.
Yeah, he hit me
Tell
and bit Lindsay.
Tell him. I
my
have my
taser
body
phones at
cam
me.
too. You want to play? I'll play them too. I'm
Yeah.
not that guy.
He's good. Just leave him there.
Dude, quit trying to assault me. I'm not that guy. I done told you.
Well, you have about 3 or 4 felony counts going on you now.
For what?
Assault on a police officer.
What did I do to assault you, Justin?
You bit him and you hit
What
me.
did I do that assaulted him? What did I do? Because somebody starts hitting me and I don't allow him to do it? And you want to play this?
An internal investigation into the excessive use of violence on the part of the cops is underway. Ultimately, Glaspie was released after posting bail, which was set at $25,000. Any further legal action taken by Glaspie has remained undisclosed, and the fates of Sergeant Jussely Canada and Officer Chad Reed are also unknown.